Greetings, solar system. Welcome back to Ursa Minor Sewing, to the first video of me fixing up my craft room to be more the craft room I would like it to be. Also the first video that I am filming on my phone, so my eyes are darting all over the places because I can't understand where the camera is on my phone right now. So a little while back, around Father's Day? Yeah, it would have been Father's Day. My parents came to visit, and they helped me do this in the background here. These are the 2x4 Kallax units from IKEA, and they helped me build them, and then my dad built a shelf closer to the bottom here. I'll show you guys a closer look at this in a little bit to get them up off of the floor, but a whole lot less chaotic than my most recent video where everything just was kind of shoved into the shelf work. But yeah, my next batch of IKEA shelves just arrived, and I'm going to be putting them together on this wall over here. But before I get started on that, I'll just give you a quick tour of the room to show you what my plans are. Okay, so if I'm standing by the door of my craft room, facing catty corner, I'm facing my desk. This is where all of my sewing and other things happen. Against the wall there is my ironing board and my current dress dummy. I am working on a video for my custom dress dummy from Bootstrap Fashions, which I will post hopefully in the next little bit, but it's a very complicated thing. And then along this wall here, we've got all of the Kallax units, and you can see, no, maybe you can't because I've got it all hidden behind this box here. You can see there's the shelf that my dad built, and I asked him to do that because I don't like putting Kallax or just any cube shelving right down on the ground because all of the dirt from the floor ends up in those bottom shelves and it's really inconvenient to clean. But also I wanted to be able to take my bigger boxes of stuff and put them on the floor, because before I had them on the top shelf of the old closet setup, and it was a real pain to get them down to look at the contents inside. Up there I have a few extra things. That's my scrap fabric for pattern drafting and testing my patterns. I've got painting, my canvases and stuff there, and all of that is scrapbook paper and scrapbook projects that I work on the side. Got my notions, which are going to be going into these new units. Yarn, beading, other stuff going on over there, and all of my patterns. These new Kallax units that just came in are going to go on this wall. And all of the contents of those two shelves, or hopefully all of the contents of those two shelves, are going to go into these new units. These are the 3x4 units, not the 2x4s like these ones. So the only downside to these 3x4 units is they do not come with a stand to go underneath unless you put them on the 4 cube side versus the 3 cube side. Hopefully it'll all be clear as mud when I'm done. That's some of my fabric stash there. That's actually planned projects in there. That's stuff that needs to get out because it's finished. Over here, that whole dresser is full of more of my fabric stash. And this dresser is going to go to a completely different room because all of that fabric stash is coming out and is going to go into those shelves over there, because my ADHD brain forgets completely what I have if it's not out in the open, and just having to come in here and look around is majorly inconvenient, so I don't go in there and look around, and that stuff just stays there and doesn't get used. Eventually, this desk is going to be getting an overhaul. It's going to be taller. There's going to be shelves put underneath it so I can store my sewing machines in it, and so that this mat can get off of the floor and up onto the tabletops. That tabletop's going to become a little bit wider. But again, if that's a video you want to see, leave a comment down below and I'll make a video about that. None of this is going to actually get started until I build those shelves down there, so let's get to work on that. Just a note to all y'all out there, if you're going to be putting these shelves together with a drill, make sure you back the torque way off or you will split your shelves. One shelf down, another one to go, but I'm not going to bore you with that, so I'm just going to build the second one and I'll be right back. Okay, so I have the second shelf built. Now I have all of these inserts. There's 6 of them that are going to go along the bottom of these units, and these are the double drawer units that all of my notions and trims and other little things like that are going to go into. So let's put one of these together. One down, 5 more to go. Hello there. So it's a new day and different clothes, and I decided to do fun things to my hair. So I finished off my shelves. You can't see, but the little drawers are installed in the bottom. Now the next step to this whole thing is getting everything out of those bookshelves and so I can move them, and then put these in place and put all the stuff in those bookshelves and these shelves. If that sounds complicated, because it is. So now, I'm going to scooch this shelf over so I could put the shelf y'all are currently attached to right next to it. So. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the books in the bookshelf that I currently have you guys on over there. And then this shelf here, I think I'm going to turn into like a display case, because I have a bunch of, like you've seen, there's rainbow high dolls everywhere. And I was thinking originally that I might put them up here, but I might need that space for something else. So I think they're actually going to go in here, and there are a few other things that I want to put on display. So like when I'm sewing and sitting here and facing this wall, I want to see like all of my pretty things on display, and then all of my books will be right there. So I think I'm going to take a break from figuring out what I want to put in this shelf and deal with what I know I want to put in these shelves. Good morning. It is day 3 of rearranging my craft room now that I have more IKEA shelves. I did a little bit of reorganizing and moving some stuff around off camera just because I didn't want to bore you guys too much, and also didn't want to give my new editor a bunch of extra footage to sift through. By the way, I have a new editor. His name's Al. Say hi in the comments. And say Al, hi Al, if you like. Up to you, no pressure. So I'll give you guys a little bit of a tour once I'm done here, but the next big step is emptying this beast out into these shelves that I managed to clear out and move to other locations in this room. So without further ado, let's get on with this. Okay, so that's what that all looks like after emptying that dresser. Now for this side, we need to empty that into there. I'm hoping that there's enough room. For now, anyways. There's still quite a bit that needs to be done to the room, but for now, everything is where it needs to be. My room looks a whole lot bigger, but also cozier at the same time. So I'll just give you a quick look at what the room looks like now, and yeah, we will move on. Okay, so we're standing by the door. There is the bookshelves in the corner. Coming around to over here, there's the new Kallax or Kallax units with all of the scrapbooking and other hobbies in them. I'm actually surprised how much stuff I was able to fit in them and on top of them. I didn't think they'd fit everything. And I'm very glad that I decided to go with these 2 units instead of the one 5x5. Otherwise I would have had no room on the wall, because I would like to put stuff on the wall eventually. And then over here, there is my stash with all of my patterns and my notions and my yarn on the one side there. Everything fits just so nice and cozy in the room now. Very happy with it all. So that is it for this installment of me making my craft room, my space, and my getaway retreat area. I hope you guys enjoyed coming along with me for this. This wasn't the video that I was expecting to give you guys right off the bat for my first video back after 6 years, but I figured why the heck not? Like, it's all part of the process. So thank you so much for watching. If you are wanting to support the channel in any way, the best way is to subscribe. It's free. And share these videos with friends and family, because the more the better. And give it a like, give it a comment, say hi to my new editor, and until next time, happy sewing, guys!